This shit is crazy.
Alright, welcome back everybody to another episode of the podcast. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Today is a very special episode because this episode, we go celebrate my mother's birthday. So, for those that do know my mother, please reach out, tell her happy birthday. She has done a lot of amazing and great things for me over the years, so I want to show her love. But today's episode is just going to be a little sit and chat with me and my mom, and you got kind of see a little bit what it's like talking, like how our conversations and stuff go. But yeah, so how does it feel?
It's nerve-wracking.
It's different when you're the one in front of the camera than behind the camera, huh?
Yes, it is very different. It feels a little nerve-wracking to put yourself on the spotlight.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
I tell you. I still remember my first episode. It takes some time to actually get into the episode for you to know. Like right now, you're feeling like you want to sit like this, but I'm telling you, like as you keep talking, like it's gonna fade away, and that's just like a natural reaction that everyone has. And like by the time we actually talk, you're like, oh wow, that time went by already. Mm-hmm. And so that's just kind of how it goes.
Yeah.
But
trust the process.
Mm-hmm. But your birthday?
It's my birthday.
How you feeling?
I feel pretty good. You know, I think when I hit 50, now 2 years ago, mm-hmm. That was kind of surreal, but I was excited about it. But yeah, 52, I feel pretty good.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And so, like, does it feel any different, like, over the years? Like, just getting older, does it feel mm-hmm. different, or does it feel the same to an extent?
It feels the same to an extent, other than, you know, you always have a vision of where you want to be in life. I would say I am in an okay place. There's still a lot I want to do in life. Is this where I envisioned myself, 10, 20 years ago? No. Mm-hmm. But I am proud of where I'm at and who I have become today at 52. So,
okay.
Yeah.
And so we're going to get into the hard, and then I want to start off with the fun a little bit. So, like, what do you want to do? What are some fun things you still want to do? Like, for those that don't know, my mom has gone on, like, 7 country cruises, Chris Brown concerts, travels all the time. But, like, what else do you want to do?
I think I would love to continue to travel. Mm-hmm. I really embraced that when I turned 50, when I went all in mm-hmm. on that 9-10 day cruise. Really opened my eyes up to what else is out there in the world. Mm-hmm. A little scary to travel right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, that really just opened my eyes up, and I want to explore. I want to explore more.
So where's next?
I still want to I would love to go to Africa. But, there's a lot of things in the States I haven't done. Mm-hmm. Like, I would love to go to Hawaii. I want to go to D.C. just to see the history. Mm-hmm. Just travel within the States and continue to go outside the country to explore, mm-hmm. expand my mind. Yeah.
It's fun for sure. I got to go out. You tell me this all the time. But I think my next place I really want to go to Japan.
Yes, I do. Yeah.
I really want to go to Japan.
Yeah.
I have to go back to Hawaii. You know how much I love it. I really have to go back, but I don't know.
Yeah, there's something about Japan too. I want to go there. But when you go on these trips, you want to be in a financial place to not have to worry once you are over there, mm-hmm. because I saved up for that trip, and I was able to buy and do whatever I wanted. Mm-hmm. So it's definitely something you have to plan for. Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, Japan would be on my bucket list too.
I think, I don't know. I think it'd be fun. it's just I feel like next year's gonna be like life's gonna be so different.
Yes, you gotta get a job.
Yeah, I know. Like I don't. I still don't even necessarily know what it looks like yet.
Right.
You know, because
Yeah.
it's just so far ahead. Like I'm done this semester with my like, my classes and stuff, so I'm just working up until fall semester. But just even then, it's just like it doesn't tell you what. Like I don't know where I'm gonna be then.
Yeah.
Like I still have to get my capstone done. I still have 2 semesters.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm in a good place, I would say, school wise. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I'm on top of my work. I'm on top of these different things, and so I feel like I'm in a good place. I just don't know. We got like a lot of life to figure out.
A lot of life, and there's still life even when you get to that graduation day and things aren't always planned out. It's okay.
I know.
Yep. There's
I got
still
my mama.
That's right. You always got somewhere to go fall back on, and you know I'm always gonna be here for you to lean on. I mean, I don't expect you to come home and be sitting on my couch.
Oh, no,
yeah, you gotta get a job, but you know, I think a lot of young people get out of school and they think they're gonna be making, you know, 6 figures.
Yeah.
And it's, you know, it took me a long time to get to where I'm at today, where I can feel like I am in a good place. But you know, my first job was at 15, making $4.85.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And then when I started working for the county, I think I made like $26,000.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So just giving yourself some grace, you know, it may not totally pan out in the way you hoped, but you know, you got the support around you to
for sure
not, you know, just settle and rush into anything, but you know.
I think I'll be okay. It's just it gets very nerve wracking. It causes me a little bit of anxiety when you think about it, because we've talked about this multiple times of how like future focused I can be sometimes.
Yes.
Instead of like present focus, like I don't know, because you just hope for so many different things, and that comes for you in the future, especially with all the stuff you deal with the present and the past, and so. Let's dive a little bit into more of your past.
Right.
So like Canton, Ohio.
Canton, Ohio. Yep. Born and raised in Canton, Ohio. All of my family is there, pretty much. You know, we got family spread out in other states, but that's where my family's from. Both sides, mom and dad family.
Yeah, I can have a cousin walking down the street.
Yes, yeah. Canton is a small town, not very big, but you know that's where the Football Hall of Fame is. You know that's where football began. So yeah,
it's crazy to think about.
Yeah.
So from Canton to here.
Yep, from Canton I went to Ohio University. Was there for a year and 1 semester. Just wasn't feeling it. Wasn't a good spot for me. Went home and sat out a semester to figure out what I wanted to do. I wasn't sure. I mean, my ideal job was to be in sports medicine. I wanted to be on the sideline with the NFL. But chemistry and calculus wasn't my thing. So I sat out a semester, and then I worked at a daycare that worked with low-income families and mothers who struggled with substance abuse. And I met with the social worker there, and I was like, okay, this may be my path. I also thought about teaching. So I ended up going to Bowling Green State University and fell into social work. And I really believe that must have been my purpose, because I've been doing it now for a little over 25 years. Never wanted to work for child protection, but that's where I landed. So yeah, I left Canton after graduation. I lived in Virginia for like 3 months. And then your uncle called me and was like, just come here. I got a one-way ticket here. And then within a week of being here, I got a job. And then that's where it all began. And then I ended up going to grad school at the University of Denver. Got my graduate degree, my master's in social work, and been at the county, just working my way up.
Yeah.
You know, I'm pretty unique in that I've been able to like have different jobs at the county, and never did I ever imagine though I would be a manager at the county. And I think that's kind of my proudest moment as far as my career goes, is just being, you know, I always felt like I was a person of service, and I love serving families, and I love watching people in the field grow. So that's how I landed.
It's so funny because, like, really, I am my mother's child. Like, you know, I love the sports realm. I love all of it. I still hope I could still be in it.
Yeah.
But I still, like, ended up, I'm in a health promotion major right now. I'm getting my master's in health promotion.
Yeah.
But even just the county, too, like, I've been so proud of you, too, working your way up. But it's even crazy to think about, too, that, like, everybody knows me. Like, they're like, I've been that, like, baby, I was in your belly there. And now I'm 22, about to be 23 years old. And I still go, who'd we see that one time I picked you up from work and they're like, you could drive?
Oh,
it's like,
I don't know.
I'm 21 years old now.
You went there, I had just started. I had only been at the county for like 2 years, so I hadn't built up my sick leave. So I only got like 6 weeks of family leave. Most people get 12, and I got 6 weeks. And there was a week between me having to go back to work, and then we were going on vacation. And so you had to come to work with me. So you were like 6 weeks old, coming to work with me.
Crazy.
And so, people loved babysitting you when I had to go to meetings. So, you pretty much grew up there in the county.
I feel so weird because every time I go back, I'm like, this is weird. Like, I recognize so much of the place, but I pretty much grew up in that place.
You did.
So it's crazy to think about. So taking a shift from the work focus, and I'll give you your flowers. I'll give you flowers a billion more times. But just amazing. And I just want you to know, as your son, I'm so proud of you. Like, you've come so far through. That job is not easy, and I think
it's not for the weak. That's for sure.
A lot of people, like in movies and stuff, they don't really portray it as well. We talk about it all the time, but just the fact that you can hang in there, go through all that, and you're so dependable. Like, every person that talks to you can rely on you and stuff like that. And so I just very proud of you, mother.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. It's not an easy job. It's a tough job, and social workers don't get enough credit, especially those who, when you're in service of others, but child protection is like a whole nother level. And, a lot of people, it doesn't have a good reputation. We're pretty much hated by those in the community. And I get it, it hasn't always done right by families, politics, or, just not always serving families. We want families to fit into this box. I think we're working towards trying to get away from that. But child protection is not for the weak. And in my 25 years or so, I've seen a lot of sadness and dark things that happen to children, and just families in general, even adults. Elderly people, the things. But it takes a strong person. You got to be built for this work, but it's rewarding at the same time, because I've seen a lot of kids be able to successfully be at home with their parents or with family. I've seen kids be in adoptive homes. I have kids sometimes reach out to me. One of the kids I did an adoption with, she's a nurse. So it's nice to see that, but I also have seen really bad things happen. So,
And I think one thing that goes unnoticed I think that's overlooked too, is that you guys have chaos going on in your own life.
Mm-hmm.
So like even with us,
Mm-hmm.
we've had losses.
Yeah.
No one even really knows how you grew up. You got two dads.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
I'm from a blended family. Um, I got my mom and stepdad James came together. I was about 11, 12 months old, I think, and then they got married when I was like 2. But I always knew who my biological dad was.
mm-hmm,
He's always been in my life.
mm-hmm,
But it's me and your uncle. We got the same mom and dad, and then Aunt Mickey is my stepsister, and Uncle Rodney. Um, so me, Mickey, and Larry were all raised together. But it probably was different for them because they were older,
mm-hmm,
and I was younger, so I didn't know no different.
mm-hmm.
Other than those were my parents,
Yeah.
and that's just how it was.
Yeah.
So
That's even that was just the start of it, the chaos, right?
Yeah.
Um, just even the start of your marriage was a little bit of a blendedness, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
With Sydney, because Sydney is my half sister,
Mm-hmm.
and so
Yeah.
just even that is crazy to
I
think
know.
about.
Yeah. Yeah. I met your dad when we were like 12 years old.
Mm-hmm.
He it was during like he played on it was the 49ers little league team. And I was a cheerleader for the Steelers for Uncle Bill's. He was a coach and managed all the little league stuff. That was like first time I was like fell in love. Like you get that crush at that age. What is 12? Whatever that means. And then over we dated off and on throughout the years, and then I moved away. We dated other people, had boyfriends, girlfriends with other people, and then I moved away and ended up in Colorado. Went back for your grandpa's fourth wedding. Grandpa Harry, he didn't quite get it right with the women. He was married 4 times.
That's a pimp.
Yeah, so I went back for his wedding, and me and your dad reconnected at that point, and then we were long distance for a little bit, and then he moved to Colorado because he felt like he wanted a change, because I was moving to Ohio then, and I was pregnant with Naya, and then he wanted to move here because he wanted a change, which was hard because he had to leave Sydney. She was young. She was like 3, 4 years old. So yeah, he moved out here, and then shortly after, like in May, Naya passed. She was stillborn. Beautiful. She was so beautiful. She was a beautiful baby.
I still remember the first time you told me that I was acting a fool.
Yes.
And you pulled me into the room, and then you showed me the box of all her little stuff. And
yeah, her blanket and
her little hat. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a hard time in my life and in our marriage, I think too, because I've always wanted to be married and have children. I wanted a boy and a girl, and so up until that point, I felt like I had never failed at anything. I went to college, I went to grad school, I had a good job at the time. And so for me to have lost my first child, I felt like I failed. Yeah. That was the first time I felt like I failed at anything. So that was devastating. And, depression is real.
Yeah. So
yeah.
how do you bounce back? Because obviously I'm born later, but how do you...
I just took some time, and, the doctors had told me when she passed, it was still kind of a mystery. Today, I still don't know what happened. The only thing I can think of is she was ready. And we just, for whatever reasons, doctors want you to keep to your 40 weeks. But she was ready is all I can think, and she went into stress. But, I waited 3 years. I was scared. But I knew I wanted a child. And I think God always has a plan for you. and maybe that wasn't the plan or purpose
Mm-hmm.
for me, but it was his.
Mm-hmm.
And so for whatever reason, I didn't have Naya. He helped to heal me
Mm-hmm.
so that I could try again.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I do remember I had the same symptoms.
Yeah, that's what you were telling me.
Yeah, and I was like, I will tear this hospital up. They tried to send me home. But yeah, that was a tough time. But you being born was like a blessing, and you gave me a different life
Mm-hmm.
at that time. And children do that to parents.
Mm-hmm.
They give you different perspective, and the love is just unimaginable.
Yeah.
Like it's so unconditional. That yeah.
And I'm sure it hits different too
Mm-hmm.
with what happened with Naya
Yeah.
and yeah,
Yeah.
just having your own, especially because like over the years you were did so right by Sydney and
Oh
you
yeah.
loved
That
her
was my
so
girl.
much, right? And so just when
Mm-hmm.
it's not selfish, it's just real, but like
Yeah.
once you finally have a child that is your
Yes.
own and
Yeah.
your own blood and
Yeah.
all that thing, it's gonna hit different, I'm sure.
Yeah. And that was, I had to be careful with that because, we didn't see Sydney a lot because we lived here.
Mm-hmm.
But whenever we would go back home, like when I first met her, she was like, I felt like this was meant to be because she immediately, I felt like gravitated to me and she was sitting in my lap.
Mm-hmm.
She was asking me all kind of questions.
Mm-hmm.
I just remember that day sitting at your grandparents' house in that
Mm-hmm.
chair right by the door.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, this is gonna be okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be okay. And we remained close. I would call her. We would talk.
Mm-hmm.
Every time we went home, she spent time with us.
Mm-hmm.
So we developed into a really good relationship because I wanted to be a good stepmom. I didn't want to be her mom.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to be a good stepmom.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe in like trying to take another mother's place
Mm-hmm.
for their child.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't want that for my child.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Sydney was my girl.
Mm-hmm.
And I miss her so much.
Yeah, you don't
yeah.
have to tell me
I know.
that was my best friend.
Yeah.
I could
Yeah.
call her with anything in life. I could call
Mhm.
her. Yeah,
Yeah. That just
that was my connection to my family, like
Yeah.
all the things, and so
man, that was like so like unexpected. That just put a
mm-hmm.
that just gut us all. I mean, it really gut us all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just I don't know. She fought.
She did.
She really did fight.
Yeah.
And I gotta share that I got a tattoo,
Mhm.
and so I wanted to take this opportunity to share too. So I have an Ohio State tattoo, and everyone's gonna laugh. It says ACO. It's Aurora, Colorado. That's where I'm born and raised, one of one. But the A is kind of this kind of A with some roses. The C has like a C, like the Colorado logo C, and then the O is the Ohio State O. And so obviously we're huge Ohio State fans. Like my favorite football player of all time is probably Braxton Miller.
Mm-hmm.
That's just the guy that I always.
Mine is Eddie George.
Eddie George. I got her Eddie George jersey for Christmas a couple years ago. She screamed. I was like, that is the best reaction I've ever gotten out of you.
That was crazy though, because we saw that jersey at the mall in Colorado Springs.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, man, that's like, it was like $200 something.
Yeah.
And I was, and it, at the time I was like, no, I ain't getting that. And then it was still there, like 2 years later. Yeah.
So, yeah. I was glad. No, I kept looking at that jersey a few times for sure, because I was just like, kind of want to get it for her, but I'm kind of broke. But like we'll see. And then I think I had a job or something at the time where I had a little money. So then I was like, got to the point after this one Mother's Day, I was like, I need to start getting my mom some things every so often.
Oh yeah.
But with the Ohio State obviously we love them and we're diehard fans. But even another thing for me is I will always be grateful to them, because when Sydney got transferred to the Ohio State University Hospital, they took care of her so much.
Yeah.
And like that was her last breaths. That was her last moments.
Mm-hmm.
Were in that hospital, and
Yeah.
I don't remember what really was happening with the hospital before or something like that. But when she switched, she had the best care,
She did.
and so I will, like, obviously I was always gonna be a diehard fan, but after that, that just solidified. Like, that's gonna be, I'm gonna have blood ties with them, like,
Yeah.
because of that. Like,
Yeah.
they gave my sister the most amount of comfort in her last moments of life.
Yeah.
And so I will forever be grateful for her.
Yeah.
And so for you, and I only got a couple more couple more to talk about it. We don't have to talk about super super long because there's a lot of other things we could talk about. But you know, you lose two daughters, divorce. Um, we just lost, our dog just passed away that we've had for 13 years. I love that boy Jackie. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
But,
rest in peace, Jackie.
Amy.
Yeah, Amy.
So many more, and Pat.
Yeah, Miss
all
Pat.
the things. So many great people, and so like, as someone that has more experience of life than me, how do you keep pushing through that?
Yeah. This is probably really sad to say. That I probably am numb to my emotions. Like, I've kind of shut that down. So that's probably not good that I do that. But I think things are set up for you or come into your path. That I feel like there's always this saying that God never gives you any more than you can bear. But I really feel like I am built for the things that have come to me in life. As hard as they have been, you know, when the divorce happened or separation happened, I shut down. You know, you had to, I immediately come home from work and go to my room, right? And you took the TV out the room, and you was just like, you were young. You were like, you got to get out of your room, you know? I just think that I'm just a very strong person. And
100%.
I do I try to talk to God. You know, I want a better relationship with Him. But I really feel like I went through those times, but I feel like He was there. Like,
always.
Yeah, talking to Him. I surround myself with good people. Like, my friend group is good people. I surround myself with positive people. I give to others. I feel like you give to others and do for others, that comes back. So I would just say that I lived in it, and I did whatever I could to pull myself out of it. But if I'm being really completely honest, it was you. I know that I had to keep going through all the deaths, through the divorce. I had to keep going because of you. You were my lifeline. You and Jackson, really. Jackson was very therapeutic for me also. But yeah, I think, and that's not always good too, for a mother to pour everything into their child, because I did lose myself. I mean, when you went off to college, I was like, dang, what am I do now? You know, I had to find my way, and I'm still finding my way, like, you know, finding out who I am now. Because I was a wife, and then I wasn't, but I've always been a mother. And that will continue. 100%. But now I gotta find Nicole. Who is Nicole? Without, you're an adult now, so you don't need me in the same way. So I gotta keep finding that.
And I feel like that's life too. Is you're always gonna keep trying to find yourself and find the different. Like you're gonna keep trying to do that.
Yeah. So I think you just always evolve. You know, life throws things at you. You work through them, and you just evolve. And you don't suppress it. You don't forget about it. But what did you learn from it? And I learned a lot about myself through my losing my baby. You know, getting the divorce. I learned a lot about myself. And things that I might have lost during those times too. So yeah, I just feel, sitting here talking to you today, I'm like, I'm okay. I really am okay. You know, I work with people who suffer
Mm-hmm.
a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and you have to put that in perspective too.
I think you always got to put that in perspective. I also think you always need to remember that something major to you could be small to somebody
Yeah.
else. And so
Right.
you got to remember that we all live different lives. We all have these
Mm-hmm.
different expectations
You
of life.
grieve differently.
We grieve
Yeah.
differently, all these different things.
Yeah.
And we just got to all keep
Right.
remembering that. And
Yeah.
I think this is my favorite part about doing a podcast is that you're having conversations. I think
Yeah.
that's something that is not happening as much.
No.
I obviously I've gone through therapy and all that stuff, and like I'm very grateful for it. I still recommend it. I
Yeah.
mean, there's all kinds of types of therapy. There's all kinds of ways to take care of yourself and self care and stuff. Learn that through my health promotion stuff, but. I'm gonna be the one that's gonna push a conversation on people.
Yeah.
I think just having a sit down conversation
Yeah.
with people can help you grow so much
Yeah.
in life.
I will say that, you know, it is not known for Black people, or especially Black men, to go through therapy, and you did that on your own.
Mm-hmm.
That is something to be that's commendable.
Yeah.
So
I think for me it was just a lot of things. I think it was the realization, like, from after my dad left, I had to step up, be the man of the house. I think it was all the losses, it was all the different things, and so I shared this before, but my freshman year of college was that realization. I was so angry. I was a little hateful towards people. I was so lost.
Yeah.
I didn't know what I wanted to do. I had a really good group of friends that I got close with freshman year of college, and I'm very grateful for all of them because they got me out of my way a little bit. I even think I burned some bridges with some people, and that wasn't unintentional, but that's just that's the way it went. I bottled up so much for so long, and I just had to keep going through the course of life. So it took me a little longer past that freshman year, that angry stage, but it really took me having conversations with people to figure out that that's where I wanted to be, and I needed to do that.
A couple things. One is I can't leave my mom out of this too. I talk to my mom and my dad, James, every day. Every day. It's a rite of passage for me to talk to them before I go into work. But yeah, my mom is my rock too. She's someone I can talk to about anything. And the thing about my mom that I love the most is that she don't judge me. There is no judgment at all. And I need that, you know. So yeah, my mom is definitely my rock. You know, my brother. If I need the real, I need the up, I could call him. He gonna give it to me straight. He ain't gonna sugarcoat nothing. And you know, my sister too, Charlene, I admire her. She's who I aspire to be like, because she's a strong woman and she's career driven.
She is.
Yeah, and she's a kind, loving person. So there's a lot of people in my life that, you know, I contribute to who I am today.
100%.
But one question I have for you, and I know we talk about this all the time.
I'm gonna let you go ahead.
Yeah, like you say you had to step up and be the man of the house. That might mean something different to me, but what does that mean to you?
I think it's not complicated. I think it's simple. It's when you're the only male in the house, you're the only man in the house. You can't teach me how to be a man as much as you would love to be.
Yeah.
Something my mom used to say to me, some dumb thing that my mom said to me, because I'm going to call it dumb because it really is.
From your
in my perspective, in my experience, is she said, she used to joke like, I'm your mother and your father.
Yeah.
And so the realistic part is I can take stuff away from you, like and stuff like how you talk about certain people and men and all that stuff, but at the same time you're not a man.
No.
And so you can't teach me how to live as a man. You can't teach me at how to do things. And I just had to learn that from a lot of my different father figures I have in my life. Just being able to take little components from all of them that made up to be me. Like, I think one thing I'm still a little shaky about, I am a little still awkward when I talk to women. But, you know, that's just something you got to grow out of because, you know, I did have my uncle talk to me about certain things. I've had all my other father figures teach me some things about it, but at the same time, I never really had like that dad that's like, oh, like this how you do this, and and that's just what my relationship with my dad has come up to be. I think our relationship has also grown. And it's still. I hope it still keeps growing.
That was one of the most important things, and you know, it wasn't until last year we had this conversation about. You saying that you weren't my mom and dad. From my lens, when you the only parent in the home and I'm raising a young black man, there were times I felt like I had to get crazy with you in a sense. Because I was trying to build you up to be strong, right? But I know that now today, that still doesn't measure up to what you could have got from a male figure who would have been in the home. But I also had to learn that, you know, I always question why he think he man of the house. He wasn't paying bills. He wasn't, you know, I was doing all of that. But you had to grow up faster. You had to become more independent. And you had to take some of those responsibilities early on because I'm a mother that works and works a lot at times. And so, you had to step into that kind of male role or manly role a lot sooner. So I didn't know that until I've done a lot of reflection, and the relationship we have now is different, that I can listen and hear you more.
I'm glad. It used to not be like that.
No, it's not when you sitting in the house and you the only one like stepping up and doing all the things, you know. You know, I also made the mistake of looking to your coaches to be that father figure to you. And maybe not necessarily a mistake because you had some really good coaches. Coach Mike, one of them. He was awesome coach. But I think women do make that mistake of looking to men to fill that void. But that's not their responsibility, and we can't put that on them. And so I think, like you said, you took something from each of the male figures in your life, including your dad. You know, the other thing I was going to say, that was always important for me, for you to have a relationship with your dad, despite what was going on with me and him. Because that is your dad, and he helped bring you into this world. And so that's important for a man, a father, to be in a child's life. And so there's things that those other men couldn't do that your father should do or could do or is doing. And so I know there was some anger for a while, but I kept pushing you because I never wanted you to regret not trying to have a relationship with your dad. So that was very important to me.
No, I definitely wouldn't say it's perfect, but I'd say it's in a good place right now. And I know that if something happens, I can call him and all the things. And so
I know your dad loves you. He loves you very much. Like you said, everybody grieves differently. Everybody loves differently. Right? Some are more out there, and some are like behind the scenes. You know, it just depends on the person. So
I like this. Go ahead, keep going. I was gonna eventually let you just ask whatever you want.
I think what I want to stress to you is that I'm extremely proud of you. Never did I ever think you would be doing podcasts. definitely has brought you out of your comfort zone.
100%.
And never did I think you would be going into that service field.
Mm-hmm.
Not because you've always been a kind person, open person, loving person to your friends, but because I know it is hard and it takes a toll on your mind, body, and soul to give service to others.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm super, super proud of you. And I want you to be successful. I want you to find love. And I know that's a journey.
Yeah.
You know, we kind of in the same boat at different stages and ages.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't want you to give up on love because love may not have, you didn't see love work for me.
Yeah.
But I want you to keep striving for that, and that it will happen, and it will happen in its right time.
I think with that, like, obviously, like, I think we all, like, I love rom-coms, you know that about me, everybody knows that about me, but I just love that, so then I kind of see that, and I'm like, oh, like, I'd love to have that, like, obviously, like, I'd love to have, like, the kids, the wife. I think I even tell people, like, I think after just all your years of service, I'd love to adopt a kid too. Like, so like if I have two kids and then I adopt a kid or something like that, like that's just something I'd love to do, and I think that's just something a part of me, and I think I've been doing a little bit of reflection because obviously, like, my love life's not been the greatest. That's just the way it's went. I don't know. I think it's just weird nowadays. I think I sometimes some reason I like look to the past and I look to how it used, like how some of my relationship with people used to be and used to go, and obviously it doesn't go that way no more. I look to I don't know, it's just
one of the things though that about you that I love, that I wish I had, where, you know, I was just looking for love and wanting to be loved. And I had nice, good people. I didn't date, you know, I was with your dad for 16 years. I was with some other guy for a long time. So I didn't really date very much. But one of the things that I love about you is that you're not going to compromise your values or your beliefs or have anybody force you to do things that you don't want to do. I think it's different now. You know, some kids be like, you know, how many numbers of women they've been with. And like your generation is a little different. You still got kids who trying to rack up their roster. But then you got some kids who just believe in searching for the right one. So, yeah. I respect that.
I think, it's just finding the right one. I think sometimes I check in with some other people that I've been connected with and stuff, and I don't know, like I said, I've gone through a lot of different things in life, and I think I've been thinking of I've burned some bridges and stuff in the past, but at the same time, that's just the way life goes from time to time.
Ups and downs,
I've also, like, that's just all part of the plan.
Yeah. One of the things, I don't know, I can't remember the whole thing, but love is patient, love is kind, right? And I'm still hoping to find love too, even though I'm older now. It's the dating scene is hard. I'm not into online, like that scares me. I'm hoping I just meet him out there on the street, but I gotta get out there to be able to do that. But for more importantly for you, because you're 22, that, you know, it will come. It will come.
I'm trusting the process.
I
know it doesn't always happen for everybody right away, or it just happens when it happens.
It will happen.
Just what other things you want to talk about, Mother?
What are things that you think you and I have in common? Because I feel like the relationship we have now, from my perspective, I'm no longer parenting. I'm like a friend, kinda. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, there's
Yeah.
times where I gotta step in and be the mama and
Okay, pal.
put you in your place.
Okay, pal.
But I think we got a loving, joking, fun relationship. We
Yeah.
love music. We both love music.
Yeah.
But what are things you feel like you learned from me that kind of, sometimes I think about things I say or I do. I'm like, dang, I got that from my mom or I got that from my dad.
Yeah. Think one of the things, like right now with this do-rag, you hate do-rags.
I do. Yeah.
Oh, it's already, whew, it's hot. Trying to think what my goofiness I get from you. I think I'm a very calculated person. And I think I get a little bit of that from you and my dad. I think I try to play out the whole scenario in my head before it happens, and that's obviously that doesn't always play out well for someone that has a stress gut. But I think I get that a little bit from you. I think I get my strength obviously from you. I get my that determination, that not quit attitude, because you never let me quit. I got that haterness.
You say I'm a hater. I ain't hater.
Yeah, you a hater.
No, I ain't no hater.
I'm just what you said yesterday. I'm just a hater on you. I think the biggest thing I've really started to realize lately is one of the things about you is that all my friends love you and they look at you as like a second mom, like everybody. Like you don't understand. It's ridiculous. Like we're at the bar yesterday and someone was just like, "Oh my God, like I love your mother," and I was talking about, "Oh yeah, she's been a little punk lately." And they're like, "Do not talk about her like that." Like you got people defending you, and you ain't even in the room. And so like people just love you, and I think that is a little bit of a trait that I picked up from you, because one of the things I talk about a lot, or I've shared a lot, is that I've become a person where people love telling me things. That's like the way I put it is, I could just be sitting here having a conversation with a random person and then they'll just tell me their life story or tell me something about them or tell me something I wouldn't expect they would tell a random person or even just my close friends. Like, I believe that they feel they can come to me. Yeah. I think that's definitely something I've been able to pick up from you. Just that reliability, that go-to person, that stuff. And so one of the things I've had a conversation with some of my friends, because obviously everybody's on that, everyone's really on that burn bridges thing. It's like when something doesn't work out with a friendship or doesn't go your way, so then you stop being friends with them. And obviously, like, I don't want to be close with people that treat me terrible.
Right.
But I believe that I've created this this person within myself that no matter what, like I'm not gonna, like I might unadd you on Instagram, I might unadd you on Snapchat and stuff, but if you have my number and you are in need, you can call me. Like no matter what has happened in our relationship, because if I can be that person for you when you are in a hard time and a hard need, then I would love to be that person. Is it going to be easy on me? Probably not. Am I going to always know what to say? Probably not. But I will try my best to listen. And I think that's something I picked up from you too, is for just real. That type of, and I think that's why I ended up where I'm ending up, is in that. In that health space, that service to people, because that is how you raised me, was to be that, and that is who I've become.
And just naturally.
Yeah.
Naturally too. Even though I may have modeled that for you.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, one of the things going back to, um, doing this work that I do, social work, where, the parent is most important in a child's life.
Mm-hmm.
And I can teach you and instill values and beliefs, but you have to,
Mm-hmm.
when you walk out that door, I got to hope and pray that
Mm-hmm.
whatever I taught you and instilled in you,
Mm-hmm.
that you carry into the society,
Mm-hmm.
you know, because you could have easily, broken home, you could have easily ended up in the streets,
Mm-hmm.
doing things that aren't the best,
Mm-hmm.
and not to knock those kids or people either, because that's just how it happened for them.
Mm-hmm.
But what do you think was it that kept you from steering into the wrong crowd?
The people I'm around.
Yeah.
Um, Obviously, I'm not gonna say I'm still learning who I am, but I think just because of how I had to step up into the man of the house role, I figured out that there's things I can and can't do.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Obviously, being raised by a single mother has taught me that. Being a young black man, um, I just I try to be as reserved and calm and calculated most of the time because that's what I figured out to be the best way to move through life. I obviously when I know I'm in a safe space. I'm very open, outgoing, goofy, all the different things. Obviously, like I have tattoos. I express myself through my tattoos and stuff like that. And I love movies and TV shows, but just I have figured in my own way, moving how I move, calculating the different things and being a little bit like I'm gonna sit back and see how this could play out type of thing has kind of helped me stay away from that.
Yeah.
Just because I think, especially as a young black man, I don't want to be another addition to that statistic of jail or just like rest in peace to a lot of the people I know, but just dying at a young age.
Yeah.
And like it's real. Like I've had high school friends that have passed away. Like people I've looked up to a little bit pass away. Young black men that have passed away.
Yeah.
Well,
it doesn't help too. Your uncle was a U.S. Marshal.
Oh, yeah.
And I used to threaten you that you'd be on the first plane smoking if you ever got to a place where I couldn't be your parent anymore because you were. So I am truly thankful and blessed for that you didn't go down a path, and I hurt for those kids and those parents that's how things end up. People don't wake up and say, I'm just going to be this drug dealer, I'm going to be this out of control teenager. They don't wake up that way. Things and circumstances lead them to those paths.
I think one of the things I say on that is that I believe a little bit that you are a product of your environment. And no matter how much you try to run away from it or like if you do get out or you're still in it or whatever it is, like you are a little bit of a product of your environment because that's just the way you were raised. That's the way you went through life and had all those different experiences because that's just you're a product of your environment.
Yeah. But some people are successful.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, like I'm not. Yeah, I'm not.
But
saying that.
Who defines success? You know what I mean?
Yeah, yourself.
Right.
You should be the one that defines success. I think success for me, obviously, I don't know. Like I know it's not going to be a perfect picture in life, but I'd love to get to a place where I could get some like land or something, build a house, let you get your little tiny house that you'd be in love with. She want a tiny house so bad. But just doing all that.
Okay. So speaking of girlfriends, you and I have this discussion um,
You keep talking.
around black and white, right? Um, you know, and the other thing to say too, like, it's important for me to have lived in a environment or neighborhood where you weren't subject to activities that could have led you down a wrong path, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I also, on the flip side of that, you went to a predominantly white schools,
Mm-hmm.
and so there weren't a lot of black women,
Mm-hmm.
and then um, you tend to like white women, right?
Yeah.
And I
That
get
is
it.
a little bit of my track history.
Yeah,
Or
and
most of my track
so
history.
there was a time where you're like, I'll never date a black woman,
Yeah.
when you were younger.
Yeah.
And we had discussions about
Mhm.
that, like your mother is black, your
Mhm.
family members black,
Mhm.
sister black.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to put out there that I just want someone who loves you.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely would prefer if it's a person of color or a black woman.
Mm-hmm.
I think black women get a bad rap. Um, and I think there's a lot of stereotypes about black women.
Mm-hmm.
Not all black women are the same, just
Mm-hmm.
like not all white women, Asian or Hispanic women are the same. Everybody is different.
Mm-hmm.
But I just didn't want you to get to a space where you felt like white was better. Um, and so I always wanted you to be open. Ideally, I think it is harder when you are in biracial relationships. That's
Mm-hmm.
based on me as an outsider looking in, because I
Mm-hmm.
never was in an interracial relationship. But I just want you to know that, because I know we have discussions about this all the time, that I just want someone who loves you, who uplifts you,
Yeah.
who is going to accept you for who you are. Because I know sometimes you're hard on yourself. You say you're a nerd because you like, Marvel or what's the stuff you read? Comic books and manga. And so I don't want you to change that, and that whoever you find loves that about you. And maybe even love those things too. But opposites attract, and opposite people can fall in love and be in love forever. So my desire for you is to find your soulmate.
Yeah.
And that's very rare to do, or be able to do. Not most people can find love and they be your soulmate. That's very rare.
Yeah.
So.
I hope for it. I obviously, like, when I was younger, I'd say that about black women, but I've gotten to a place where it's gonna sound crazy because a lot of people probably don't believe that I'm actually saying this, but like, it's really based off the personality. Like, obviously, I want a very attractive woman. I want, like, no matter who you are,
you have to be attractive to. Yeah.
But it's really the personality, how you go about it, how you want to. Like, are you hardworking? Are you prepared? Like, whether you are, like, if you're not black, are you prepared to be with a black man? Know what that means.
Right.
Or like, even if you are black, are you prepared for what it looks like for me, who's been in a predominantly white space?
Yeah.
I've put up a shot. That's what it's called nowadays. If you didn't know, put up a shot.
Okay.
With some, like, a lot of various different people, and I've had black women tell me that I'm not black enough. I've had white women tell me I'm not black enough. I've had just a lot of different experiences with different kinds of women, and so, but it's just all. Yeah, it really just comes down to the personality.
Yeah.
And what you want.
Connection.
What
attraction.
You're prepared for. I've also gotten to the point that I'm gonna stay a little open-minded to dating apps and stuff, but not that, like, I do not necessarily want to find someone. Like, I'd rather meet someone in person, but that's just my preference.
But you never
It's
know.
funny though, cause you 22. I'm about to be 52. I'm afraid of online dating.
It's just
I think for a single woman,
yeah.
that's scary.
And I think a lot of people, like obviously
For me.
there's the people that make it out. Like my uncle,
Mm-hmm.
he met my aunt Nancy on the dating app,
Right.
and
Some
they're
people have
married.
gotten really
Yeah.
lucky. Yeah.
And so like obviously I'm gonna hold out that like.
You know what I fear? I fear rejection. Like putting myself out there and being rejected.
See, I get that to an extent. Like obviously, like I get nervous to talk to women still and all that different stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's more of it's not really rejection, but like when it comes to dating, like apps, I feel like it really is just chatting. Like it's chatting and not a conversation. Like it's bland. And I don't know if that's just because I'm not going about the conversation like right, but I like to say that one of the biggest things I love doing is FaceTiming people. And that's just because when I'm on FaceTime, me and you, like we don't have to be in the same room, but we can see each other and we're having a real conversation. And I just feel like with these dating apps, like we're really just talking behind our profile.
Right.
And so, I don't know, we could get into this in another part more, but I just feel like your pictures show your personality, but they don't. Like,
right. Don't judge a book by its
like
cover.
my pictures aren't telling you that I love rom-coms or that I love like Marvel or DC or I read manga or watch anime. I have a podcast or like I'm like young. Like they don't tell you that I'm like raised by a single mother. They don't tell you none of those things, and so I just feel like it's all based off like looks and then those two words that you put on the profile.
Yeah. You know what I'm on social media a lot. And so that can be very discouraging if you are looking for love. Social media can be very discouraging.
Yeah.
But there was someone who said that when you can show up in a relationship and be your authentic self with the flaws and, there may be things you don't like about that person. There may be things you like about that person, but it's unconditional. And when you can see that person and love them through all of that, and they can be their authentic self, then that's when it's love.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I think in the beginning you show up, you try to hide your flaws, but then you're not genuine because that's just who you are, right? But yeah, those are things, you're on a journey. We're kind of we're at different stages in our lives, but they kind of parallel in some ways. You are going to be entering into adulthood. I'm full blown into adulthood and coming into retirement at some point. And so we're both at this stage where we're trying to find ourselves. Yeah. And that's where I think we can relate. And why we do get along and have such unconditional love for each other. We accept each other. We work through our differences.
We try to, that's for sure.
Yeah. But, it wasn't like when you were younger. Hard-headed. Yeah. But, yeah, I just love our relationship today.
I think, and the last thing I'm going to say on the dating relationship stuff is I think I'm leaning towards the place where I want to be friends with somebody because when I obviously when you meet us you wanted me to find a soulmate and stuff I feel like the best marriages that I've come to learn in real life is the ones where that person is your best friend.
Your friend, yeah.
Like that's like the person that you were able to rely on, and so I think that's where I'm gonna start, and that's not where I obviously and so I think I didn't play that out in the past, but I've started to trying to do that first.
Well, I'm gonna love whoever loves you. That's all that matters to me.
But we're gonna wrap up. We could do another part. Let me know if you guys want another part, or we can always run this back because me and you always get into these long conversations.
Yeah, we have good conversations.
I could tell.
Sure.
I could tell that this one is going to be my longest one.
Yeah.
Just because we just be yapping on the couch. But last thing I'm gonna ask you, how do you feel now, post podcast?
Yeah.
You're feeling anxious and all that stuff.
You know what's silly?
Mm.
Is that even at my age, I worry about what I look like on the camera.
Mm.
I hate pictures. You know that.
Yeah.
And Snapchat is my friend.
Yeah.
But that's really like, am I talking? Really, I wanted this to land for somebody.
Mm-hmm.
That they can learn from our conversation.
I say that all the time.
Take something away
that one
from
person.
Yeah.
I wanted to reach one person.
Right. Yeah. So I'm much more relaxed, and it's easy to talk to you. You are an easy person to talk to. You helped calm me down through our conversation. And, one of the things I'm working on this year on myself is to be myself and not worry about what I look like or what other people think. And it's easier said than done. But really at this point, I'm at this place, I don't give a shit no more. I'm a good person. I take care of the best I could do better. Being more healthier and take care of myself. But yeah, I'm good. Yeah.
And happy birthday, Mother.
Thank you.
I love you so much. I
love
appreciate
you too.
everything you do for me. You have been my number one fan, my number one supporter.
Yeah.
And I'm glad.
Always
grateful
and forever.
And all the things. And I hope we.
Yeah. I carry your heart in my heart. And I love you to pieces.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, obviously, big bucket of flowers, all the flowers in the world I can give you. I appreciate y'all. I'll catch you on the next one. Stay tuned. Much love. Gone.
Deuces.
Oh, of course you said that.
This shit is crazy.